Hello there. So in the last video I mentioned that the GT2 RS is likely to have even more adjustability than the GT3 RS, which already had a huge amount of adjustability for track day addicts, and that is adjustable camber. So I was in I My attention was drawn to this by this article on CarBuzz where it seems the GT2 RS has adjustable camber. So, what is camber anyway? Well, if you're on my channel, I suspect you already know what camber is, so we don't need to cover it in too much detail. But in effect, if you don't have any camber, once you're cornering, you're likely to just end up using the outer shoulder of your tires rather than the entire tire, and therefore by adding a small amount of negative camber you end up with a much better tire contact patch shape. And as a result, the camber plates increasing camber on the track car in general is quite a popular modification, because increasing tire grip is one of the cheapest and best ways to improve your lap time. However, camber remains a bit of a compromise, because when we go back to this, through the corners you do want a lot of camber, but when you're braking and accelerating you don't really want any camber. And you can actually kind of see that with the tire wear on my Camaro. So this is a photo of my front left tire. When I bought the car, the tires were already pretty worn, and after 2 track days, they are definitely up for renewal. So in fact, you can see I've corded the inside shoulder, and which kind of suggests that I'm running too much camber. But then you look at the outside shoulder, and you can see that even with this much camber, there were instances where the outside shoulder of the tire was used more than the bulk of the tire. So what this is saying to me is I needed more camber in the corners and less camber on the straights. Kind of logical. And so if you think about it in the context of the 992 GT2 RS, the 911 is a car that's been optimized for so long. I think it's 60 years old this year. I think the engineers from Porsche have to get ever more creative in search of ever improved performance. The weight of the cars, so the cars are getting bigger. The cars are getting safer for ever more stringent crash requirements, and so I think this is just an example of where the next frontier. So they already have active aero, they have adjustable damper, adjustable damper settings by the driver, adjustable ELSD, adjustable traction, and electronic stability control. Now, if this patent or these specific speculations are to be believed, then the GT2 RS might have adjustable camber as well. So whether I wouldn't expect this to be adjustable by the driver, although that could be possible. I mean, just being able to switch between a track alignment and a road alignment would already be pretty cool. So rather than having to change the alignment before and after track days, you could just press a button and do that. What I think could be a lot more cool though is if this adjustment was linked to the vehicle's computer, so that the vehicle knows you're about to take a corner, so then it increases the camber, or if or maybe even in the corner, as you're starting to turn in, it starts increasing the amount of camber, and as you start to accelerate or brake, then the camber returns more to the to no camber, so that you're in real time optimizing the tire contact patch. I think that would be pretty cool. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments whether you think it'll be real-time adjustment, manual adjustment, or whether this is something a little bit too wild, that Porsche is patenting the idea but might not ever apply it on a real vehicle. Hope it was interesting. Until next time.